We're gonna start from the beginning. Okay.
Sounds great.
Alrighty.
Glad to be here.
So, welcome to the Road Operator Podcast, hosted by Frogman Costa. And today we have Thomas Jefferson, also known as the King, also known as American Jefferson, and he has a billion different other names. But welcome here, Thomas Jefferson. How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm glad to
What's up?
be here. How's everything going on your end?
Yeah, going good.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
We've been friends for a while, so very well, a long time.
Hell yeah, man. About what, 4 years? Ever since like like a month after COVID happened, or was officially like everything shut down?
Probably before that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we did cross each other in IO 62's fucking SOCOM. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So that was in like 2019.
right. Or no, yeah, 2017 even.
Oh
That's when I
yeah,
was on there too. I'm
2017.
not sure if you were on there at that time,
I
but
was
yeah,
on
that's
there.
yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we crossed each other, but we became friends. What 2020, 2019, whenever COVID started,
Yeah.
that all that bullshit. Yep.
Yeah. Alrighty. So let's start from the beginning. So,
Awesome.
what's your childhood like? Or
My child
yes,
IRL,
yes, in real life,
pretty
your
good,
childhood.
pretty good, man.
Pretty good.
Fucking great. Best one I could ask for.
Alrighty. So, what brought you to Milson?
2017. I'm not. Oh no. Originally, it was like that USARs, like the big military groups that are are also known as like cash grabs or advertisement uh, advertise, and you just get a shitload of people that join your group, and pretty much um I went to like a couple of those like fucking Roblox selections, and um eventually I got invited
You're cutting out. What did you say, Thomas?
to and
Hey, stop. You said
yeah.
you cut it out when you just got
Okay.
invited to what?
And so okay, so I got invited to IO Let's Go 62's, or I think I joined. I didn't get invited. I think I joined, matter of fact, because I seen it was pretty big too. And because at the time they had around 300 something odd members, and so I joined their ASOC, and then afterwards I got invited to their JSOC. It was like 8 other people or some shit like that. And then eventually it shut down after that summer ended, and everyone but went back to school. And around then, that was the summer of 2017, and then 2018. I think I came back to that for a little bit. After 20, I kind of got off the computer for the start of 2019. Um, so I wasn't really doing much. I was just hanging out with the IRL friends, and after that, pretty much 2020 came around, and the start of the pandemic or the start of COVID happened, and I was like, all right, well, I got invited to a to selections for this for someone's gold squadron that I will not name, as he did do me very bad in the past. But I would, I got invited to his gold squadron, and then pretty much went selections, went a couple deployments there, and then I made my own milsims. They got pretty successful, as we all know. And then yeah, pretty much, that's you know that was pretty much my early days of milsim.
Cool. Cool.
Without going too deep into like my milsims and la da da.
Alrighty. So, what were those
Very
deployments like back then in that Gold Squadron?
They were okay. One of the reasons why I actually made my own group was because he was very busy with stuff that had to do IRL. Um, he was very busy with the stuff that he had to do IRL, and it was kind of getting in the way. And people were I was like third or second in charge, and people were constantly telling me like, "Hey, do you mind adding in stuff?" La da da. And I would be down to add in stuff. It's just he would never give me access to the team creates. And when he finally did give me access to the team creates, me and him kind of had a set of words. and so I decided to depart on my own. But otherwise, the deployments were okay. Whenever he could get on, it's just IRO got in the way, which that's okay. We all have to grow up at some point.
Yeah, for real. We all do. Really. Alrighty. So after that Gold Squadron, if I'm correct, you made Task Force 232, right?
No, so after that gold squadron, I made a gold squadron. Um, and then it was based off that guys that I left gold squadron because his members were bitching. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to make a group that I have full authority and leadership over because it was starting his gold squadron was starting to become dead, and the people that would come on would just constantly bitch that they need shit added in, or when we would go on deployment, shit would be fucked up, and it would take them a long ass time to add in stuff. And hold on,
Alrighty.
sorry, it was just a mess. So I was like, okay, well, in order to keep this shit live, I need to take over.
Mhm.
And yeah, man, that's pretty much. I made the gold squadron. After that, I'm like, okay, well, we got a pretty good turnout rate for that gold squadron. We had around 80 members in it. That was like my first MILSIM. At the end, we had around 75 to 85 members. I can't remember uh the member count that we ended off on. I'm sure it was 80 to 85, if I believe so. If I'm assuming or if I
Mhm.
remember correctly. So I was just like, so I was just
Is that where you met Cool Alex as well?
I met Cool Alex in the first Gold Squadron. He got
Really?
invited by a friend, by a person that I don't really talk to anymore either. But I still am on good terms with that person. So pretty
I knew him
much while
before
we were
that.
in the team rooms, I think it was my Gold Squadron. While we were in the fucking breaching house or whatever. Uh, he was like, "Hey, I know this guy. He's very good at this shit. You want me to invite him?" I'm like, "Sure, go ahead. We can all." Because at the time we only had around 20 people.
Hmm. Nice.
And then
So,
by the time he was like, we only had 20 minutes. I'm like, I need anyone I can get. So I was like, all right, well, let's do it. Um, he came in, we became really good friends, and that's how I met him. But anyways, yeah, after that, the Task Force 232 was formed.
cool. And that's when I joined,
Yeah.
or during that time, or the end of it. I'm pretty sure. Alrighty. So, you starting up Task Force 232.
What? Wait, what was that?
You starting up Task Force 232.
Um, what you want me to talk about?
Yeah.
How it was? Pretty much. I was like, all right, well, at the time, I wasn't like I was researching and shit, and pretty much I was like, all right, well, I wonder. I've been looking at these joint task force, and excuse me, and I was like, all right, well, I wanna do one of these. I feel like my the one I did before that was pretty successful with the member and turnout rate, and tactics, etc. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try one of these. I'm gonna up my ante a little bit, challenge, and yeah, so pretty much I got in I told everyone like, hey, we're gonna be turning over to a task force. It's gonna be gonna have multiple units in it. Uh and we're gonna try to make it great. And that's what we did. Um yeah, man, it was map we had two training maps because when I formed the task force 232, uh it was we met more people, our connection started opening up more to developers and stuff. And connection started opening up more, and pretty much at these guys they were like, yeah, man, we're here to help you. And they gave me a bunch of training maps, they gave me a bunch of guns, they gave me a bunch of equipment that I needed for the milsims. And yeah, man, to this day, man, I still thank those people. um but yeah, that's pretty much what we did. We went on deployments, la da da. You were there. You can tell them about your time in it. It was pretty good.
hmm Actually, I have a little bit of a memory of it, but I don't have many. I don't have much.
Bunch of trainings, la da da.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, man, it was pretty good.
hmm Yeah. Alrighty. So, what's it called? You um during Task Force 232, did you meet Steelers and Jay then during that time or?
It was during I actually had experience with them during the first Gold Squadron, not the one I ran, but the one that the other guy ran.
Okay. And you had like a conflict with him during
Yeah, it
the.
was. I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, it was. Had a conflict with them, and pretty much we we took care of that.
Okay. Good to know. Alrighty. So after 232, what was going on then?
Just a bunch of other milsims that weren't really just other milsims. I think I did a CAG after that. I did Task Force 161, which was
Yeah.
I was up
Bad.
very briefly. I did Reaper's Observations Group, which was also up very briefly. It was more or less I call that time a transition period from my 232 to my SOCOM. That was more or less of a transition period. Um, because we were still doing shit, but like it wasn't influential. It was just a transition period. Like we were more or less just working on like how to better ourselves in the community and how to get more numbers and what we can do to better ourselves within this community and just uh get make a better group as a whole. So that time between 232 and SOCOM, I would say I think there was a big group in between that. I can't remember that for some reason, but between that time it was more or less just a transition period with me and the team and the group of people that I was with at the time. And we were more or less just preparing
Hmm.
for the bigger group, which was going to be the SOCOM.
I'm pretty sure that like that decently big group that was in between this 232 and SOCOM was that Reaper's Observations group.
Yeah, that was the bigger group.
I loved that one. That was
That was the
fun.
bigger group.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, that was the bigger group, and it was more or less we went over a lot of tactics and shit in there.
Yeah, that was fun as fuck.
But yeah, it was fun, man. That was cool.
Yeah, the sniper
Oh
team.
yeah, what I would more or less say was we did I think we did Task Force 232 Reaper's Observations Group, SOCOM, and then afterwards it was 161 and like all those other groups, I would say. Because I think, yeah, it was quite a while back then. My memory's pretty good, but I mean, I don't remember all the small shit I did in big.
Alrighty, cool.
But yeah, I will. Yeah, Reaper's Observations Group was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty good as well.
Alrighty, cool. So SOCOM, I know I co-founded this with you.
Yes, did.
Yeah. So, you want to explain how we did it? How?
Honestly, man, it was more or less that was what that was 2020. It was August of 2020. It was we both had remote school.
Mhm.
Um, it was my second year of high school, and pretty much we pretty much I don't know, man. I think we just said fuck it one day, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I think we said fuck it, we're gonna go big or go home,
Yeah.
and that was big. It was very big.
Very big. It was fun. Big.
Fun. I think we just said fuck it one day, dude. We rallied up our guys,
Mhm.
and we pretty much said this is what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and we came together, man, and we made it happen.
Mhm. And I'm pretty sure I was the one in charge of Enswick. You were the one in charge
Yeah,
of
you were
ASOC.
this you were the second in charge.
Yeah, I was deputy
I
commander.
forget what that rank is. The deputy commander of
Yeah.
Special Operations Command. I believe that's what that rank was.
Yes.
Um, and yeah, at the time we were honestly lacking on manpower, so we needed like multiple positions filled at the same time. So part of the thing was I was gonna run ASOC, and you were gonna run Enswick, Naval
Mhm.
Special Warfare Command. And yeah, so I was the commander, you were the deputy commander. I was also in charge of ASOC, and you're in charge of Enswick,
Mhm.
because we were lacking manpower to fill those key roles.
Yeah. And during that time, we used a map from Jake Volkson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was at the deployment desert map type thing. And we did like patrols
Yeah,
of it.
that was actually so what had happened was I was cool with the IO Let's Go 62, which ran that other very popular SOCOM. Um, and pretty much a lot of his guys, when we were forming this, because people knew it was going to get big early on, you and I had a lot of connections to their higher command that had access to his maps and shit in there.
Yeah.
And pretty much what had happened was they were like, all right, man, we're gonna give you this guy. We're gonna give you a Jake Volkson, and those guys were like, all right, we're gonna give you the shit. Da da da. We cleared it with IO. Let's go 62. He was like, it's fine, man, no problem. Our rank structure and shit like that was based off of his too, because those guys came in and they helped us out. Rocks and I forget the other guys, but it was around 4 to 5 of them.
Mhm. Yeah. And we got about like over 100 people.
It was 130 to 180.
Okay. Good. Good amount of people. Honestly, it was really fun.
It was
Especially.
fun, man. It
Yeah.
was great.
Mhm. Alrighty. Um. But I'm pretty sure the downfall of that was when found Saucy and this kid
No,
named Cag joined it.
no, it wasn't him. It was this other guy, and he got the Discord server guy AA'd, and we did a recovery phase. It worked, but you get something, and you know when it's time to shut it down.
Yeah. But when honestly, when the guy named Saucy just joins out of the blue, starts coming up like he's the boss, we just got off on the wrong foot from the start, honestly. And I'm pretty sure that was the downfall of everything. I'm being
Uh,
honest.
what my SOCOM?
Of SOCOM.
He wasn't really in SOCOM, man.
He was
Or I
actually.
think he was in AFSOC, but he was on very vaguely, and the reason it got AA'd by, I found out what happened there. It wasn't anything to do with him. Um, and yeah, man, pretty much after that, man, we had a recovery phase, and it was all right. The recovery phase was okay. Uh, and pretty much we just decided to shut it down because I was moving on more towards the province sides of things. When Roblox had like its surge in provinces.
Okay. So, moving on to your next milsim that you founded. What was that?
I I think it was one of the provinces, Darzab province. Pretty much that was okay too. We had a lot of shit that no one really had, and yeah, pretty much it was just kind of like competition started speeding up, and it was more or less of just focusing. It was more or less of more competition than focusing on just our groups. Um, we had competitors, and just making sure that just trying to stay on top of the game.
Hmm. And I was near Darzab for a brief, doing some stuff. I'm pretty sure I was the only tier 1 I had. The only tier 1 unit
Yeah, there
open.
was a couple of them that rolled in and out of there.
Yeah.
I don't have a list, and if I do, they're somewhere in my drive of the listed of the units that were deployed there, or somewhere in that archive server or some
Mm,
shit. I don't know, but yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure you were a charge, or you were a part of one of those units,
yeah,
one of those quote unquote tier one units that rolled
yeah.
through there.
Cause like I'm just thinking about memory. Cause we had this conversation, like, hey, you text me like, yeah, I'm starting up some Darzab and stuff. I'm like, cool. And then I joined it, and like, and I made like I had a Silver Squadron at the time, and I'm like, I actually didn't have I had a SEAL Team 4, and then I joined it, and then I started up a Silver Squadron, but there was no Tier 1 units allowed, and then you didn't say I was the only one. I don't remember if you did or not, honestly, but
No, there was a couple.
there's Tier 2 and some infantry.
There was a lot of SOCOM groups or special operations groups that went through there.
Okay.
I could sit here and it would take like fucking like 5 minutes naming off all of them that ran through in and out of there.
Yeah, there was a bunch.
There was fucking Rangers. There was two Ranger platoons. There was a SEAL group, I believe. 160th guys. Um, Canadians. Netherlands Special Operations. Dutch KSI, I believe. Excuse me if I got that wrong. Um, the tier one, all pretty much all of tier one. Uh, there was SEAL Team Six, Roblox or Milsim SEAL Team Six,
Yeah.
CAG, some CIA dudes. Um, yeah, man, and there was some more guys. I just infantry groups too, and there was some more guys. I honestly don't remember the whole roster that went in and out on deployment that
Hmm.
time.
Good to know. Alrighty. What's happening next in your life? What's going on next?
Uh, as of now,
No, it's what happened next after that.
oh, just more province. I think there was groups in and out. A CAG, I think we opened, got pretty big, did some trainings. Um, I don't, man. Honestly, man, I don't remember all of them. But yeah, man, there was like another like, just I
Just just chilling, finding
yeah,
time.
honestly, man, a lot of breaks, a lot of coming back, making units, more units, and provinces again, and stuff like that. And fast forward a little bit more, bloody winter. We had we me and some other guys were working on some World War III Chinese shit with Taiwan and like the Pacific, Indo-Pacific Ocean or ocean and all those little islands around there. Um, had my 791 Criff. Um, I know some other ODAs in and out and some other Milsims I was in. It's a lot.
Okay.
Just bringing up like the relevant ones. Couple Arma units. Um, but yeah, that those were like the what I was focused on.
Okay. Did you like start up like an army unit or?
Actually, it wasn't. It was me and Porg. It was a Task Force Mercury,
Hmm.
and pretty much what it wasn't really a unit. It was more laid back, and pretty much what we did was we did like a bunch of conflicts. Like we did one of the Ukraine conflicts. We did the Ukraine conflict. We did SEAL Team 7 or 10 in Mosul. We did some Criff. We did a Red Dawn scene. We did United States versus Russia. Um, some shit in Germany. I think we did uh, with Halo jumps, and yeah, it wasn't surprisingly, man. I don't think we did any tier one ops, and if we did, it was not. that relevant of an op.
Hmm.
The more fun ones that we had were listed, like the Ukraine conflict we did for a while, um, SEAL Team 7 Mosul.
That sounded fun.
Oh, it was very fun.
I wanted to do that. I want to do
It
that.
was fun, man. It was fun.
That sounds fun.
I'll send you some videos off
You
screen.
should send that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they were fun. It was fun, man. It was very. We had mortar teams, fucking Overwatch, shooting across the rivers with the LMGs and
Oh, that
Gustavs,
sounds fucking dope.
night vision on. Fucking, we weren't allowed to engage for a minute, kind of like the documentary.
Hmm. Get me turned on.
Sniper team, yeah, it was pretty fun.
Huh. Alrighty. So, moving on from moving on from that? What's going on next?
What happened from there was honestly, man. After that, I don't think I had a unit after that. We're just working on some shit right now, that people are sort of aware of. That already caught the drift of the eye. Uh, and yeah, man, just other milsims right now, and just IRL um and the shit that we're working on right now. That's that's pretty much what's going on.
Hmm.
Aside from yeah, I don't have any active milsims right now. Uh, any milsims that I'm in, they're ran by other people. Um, and we're making some right now, but stay tuned for that.
Alright, dope. Alrighty. During that period that you just like were laid back, taking breaks and shit, was that like you and me on freaking call, like during school, online school, during the pandemic,
Yeah,
doing
man. Yeah, like
Omegle?
somewhat. I While we were doing that, sometimes I would be in groups, sometimes I wouldn't. It just it seems like it went by fast, man, but like it went by too quick that I can't. I'm not remembering some
Yeah,
of it.
same here.
You know.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to like give short answers or anything or dodge the question. I just don't remember some of this shit because it
Mhm.
went by so fast.
Yeah, we all did a lot.
But yeah, some of that. Well, we were doing that during SOCOM. Remember, dude? We wake up at like 5 a.m. and get
Oh yeah, we did
Dev,
Omegle
go to
all the time.
school. We'd
Yeah.
do shit after. We'd fucking
Yep.
part ways a little bit after school and then fucking repeat.
Yeah. Omegle, and then like, shit, we just split it away for a bit. I don't know.
Ways for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
last year we always been connected, but
Yeah.
we started getting close again last year, or not last year, but like a couple months ago, or like about 6 months ago. Um, and that's when I was really like kind of dead in the Milsim because I was just focused on school because that's when in school repeat. That's when we went back to school.
Mhm.
Was the start of last year. That's when we went back to school. So and I wasn't really on my computer, but yeah. And then I still had my Milsims and stuff up, but I was only a weekend only player.
Hmm. Sounds alrighty. Okay.
Uh,
So, for the fast round questions, you're gonna answer them to like the best of your ability.
sure,
Alrighty.
sounds
So,
great.
favorite food?
My favorite food.
Yeah.
Let's see, probably chicken Alfredo, steak, or chicken tenders.
Okay. Favorite pet?
I like chicken and meat a lot.
Okay. Sounds cool. Favorite pet?
Dog,
Dog. Okay. Favorite special
dogs all
operations
day.
unit?
Um, I would have. I don't really have. I like the Green Berets a lot, but I think yeah, but they're all very capable. So I don't know. It's kind of a tough question.
Okay.
They all have different mission sets, man. A lot of
Yeah, they all do. Are you planning on like joining the special operations after high school?
not directly after high school. Probably join either conventional after high school or construction for a while, and then after that, if I go conventional for a bit, and then probably try out. And if not, I'll go construction, then probably conventional. and then move my way up when I become conventional.
Hmm.
You know, attend probably attend selection.
Alright, cool. Favorite rifle?
My favorite rifle.
Yeah.
I have it. I never really shot that much guns. But I my dad is gifting me an AK,
Okay.
so it'd probably be the AK for now.
Okay. What's it called? What is your morning routine?
My morning routine: wake up, take a shower. Depending on when I wake up, because I wake up between 4 and 5, between 4 to 5:30, depending on what I need to do in the morning.
Hmm.
Wake up, shower, get ready, or before that, sometimes work out depending on how much time I have. Shower, go to head off to school.
Simple, quick, and brief. Alrighty. Favorite place?
Favorite place? I don't know. I would say my house, but I do like to go out a lot. My house is my castle.
Alrighty, cool. Okay. So, if you had to choose within these three people or these three units, and
Sure.
two of them had to come and find you and kill you, and one can only protect you, it would be either DevGru, Green Berets, or CAG.
Protecting me. So 2 units are against me. 1 unit has to protect me.
Yes.
I'd probably pick, according to like what the internet says, but I'd probably pick CAG to protect me, and then the rest can come and find me.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Alrighty. If you were to enter a jungle environment, it can only bring a chest rig and a rifle. What rifle and what brand of chest rig would you bring?
Fuck, man. Um, Probably a. I don't know, man. I'm not really big into like ballistics,
You
as I
literally.
am only in high school. Probably be just an M4 or something. Uh, Brand of chest rig. I don't really know that much about chest rigs either. Uh, Cry AVS. I don't know.
Okay. Alrighty. And last question. What's your favorite book you've ever read?
My favorite book I ever read. I haven't read it in a long time, man. I don't know. I think that's bad.
Yeah.
Um, Probably World War Z.
World War Z?
Yeah.
Never read that before. Huh.
You ever seen the movie?
No.
Yeah, but it's just zombies and then a guy. It's like evacuation efforts and all that, and I forget how the movie goes even.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, thank you for coming out.
All good, man. Good to
Yeah.
be here. Good to be here.
Should I send the
Always.
information down in the what's it called? Your information down in the description, or
Um, let's see here. I could put anything.
yeah, you can put anything you want. Your information.
What did people in the past put?
Their either their unit, what's it called? Their unit Discord, their Roblox profile link, their Discord, and
Here,
yeah,
I'll put this. I'll put
or
my Discord.
you could put a quote as well if you want it, or whatever.
I'll put my Discord. If you guys can add me, if you guys want to get to know each other, keep in touch, know about the future, whatever.
Yeah,
Or you can hit up Costa too, as he's usually intertwined with what I got going on in the future
yeah.
things. But yeah, man, it's great to be here.
Alrighty, great to have you.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Alrighty. Also to the viewers, this guy is a total fucking badass. He will kill you in your sleep. He will hunt you down and destroy you. I
Hey,
love
man.
this guy.
Love you too, man.
Alrighty. Thank you.